right, 3 nights in a campground. I'm ready to go. That is for sure. I mean, of course, I went into the campground expecting a certain amount of crowdedness, but I'm ready to go. And so I'm hitting the road, hitting Utah today. Water before I go. It's free since I already paid for camping.
Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You got to find your own.
So I ended up out here, beautiful spot, after having to drive about 14 miles off the interstate near the small town of Emery in Utah. I had to get gas. I was pushing it through too much, and gas stations all of a sudden were pretty sparse. So I had to go pretty far off the interstate, and while I was so far off, I started deciding to settle down and look for boondocking, and this is what I found. It's quiet. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to New York. I want to spend some time with my mom. And yeah, so I'm on my way to New York. I'm going to be, oh man. I'm walking down from my camp. I was so tired when I pulled in. I just wanted to be done, and now I'm seeing all these great camps. Oh my gosh, look at that camp. Look at it. I'm up over there somewhere. I'm in Utah. Look at that camp. Oh man. Oh my goodness. I saw a road. I was heading out here to check that out. Look at that beautiful campsite right there. Wow. Well, if I were coming to stay out here a while, that would be it. I'm up there, just really on the side of the road. So this stop on my road trip is a really good example of something I share with patrons in real time. Patrons get more perks, including real time, behind the scenes. But instead of me telling you all the benefits of joining Patreon, let's hear from Nancy. I asked patrons to tell me what they love about being patrons, and they were kind enough to shoot videos. So meet Nancy.
What I appreciate about being a member of Carolyn's Patreon community for the past 5 years is connecting with the thoughtful and open-minded people who are drawn to Carolyn's authenticity, compassion, intelligence, artistry as a creator, and awesome sense of humor. And then there's super smart and very curious Sadie the Wonder Dog, who adds her own unique brand of energy and playfulness to Carolyn's life, and which is so evident in every one of her videos. Most of all, I appreciate the honor and privilege I feel in knowing that I'm supporting a person with integrity and whose work is adding so much value and hope to our world. Join Carolyn's RV Life Patreon community today. You will be so happy you did. I know I am.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you very much to all my patrons and everybody who is here supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. It really helps out if you can join Patreon, and you get all kinds of bonuses, behind the scenes, meetups, all kinds of benefits. And the best part for me is the community and meeting wonderful people. So check the link in the video description below if you want to join Patreon. And yes, I've got new hats and new shirts, new merch on my store. There's also a link to the Etsy store in the video description below. Thank you all so much. Let's get back to Utah. This place, I mean, come on. Look at this. Holy crap. Wow, this is so cool. And I've got it blocked from the wind down here. I found this site when I was heading toward another site that I found on my new favorite app, iOverlander, for finding boondocking and camping and propane. They've got everything on it. It's a free download. And this is along a 17-mile road that's officially called Emery County Road 803. There are several boondocking spots outlined out here, but I found this one because I didn't like the one that was on the app. So I just drove down a road and I found this one. And there's a lot of really cool stuff. Some of the best geological sites in the state. A lot of sandstone, a lot of big boulders, a lot of big rocks, and Navajo sandstone, and layers that represent 100 million years of Utah's geologic history, as well as a really cool site that I am yet to find. Want to go bed? Time to go bed? Come on, let's go bed. Come on, we gotta go to bed. Another long day of driving ahead of us tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Good morning. Just got up, made my coffee. Haven't even been up out of bed a half hour, but made my coffee. And then a couple miles down the road, I saw it when I came in. There was a spot for petroglyphs and a dinosaur footprint. I've never seen a dinosaur footprint. So I drove, made coffee, and we drove up here. I figured we could make this our morning walk, looking for dinosaur footprints and petroglyphs. Wow, this... And the best part, dogs are allowed off leash. Is that a dinosaur footprint? Certainly looks like it could be. They said it was in the rocks. In the rock. I think it is. Wow. A dinosaur walked here. Maybe not. Here's an arrow pointing to something. I don't see anything. Huh, I don't see anything. I do see a little writing up there. Huh. Unfortunately, under the last presidential administration, who was slashing public lands in favor of oil and fossil fuels, this area was targeted by the oil industry for putting oil pumps out here right next to the petroglyphs. It looks like it's slowed down since the new administration took over, and there's been a debate on whether or not oil out here would harm these artifacts, these really old artifacts. They say putting an oil rig here isn't going to hurt anything. Well, it kind of does. I think that's one of those grinding holes. But right now, there aren't any oil rigs. I recommend coming out, though. There's a lot to see out here that I didn't get to see because I had to hit the road. I see them. Are those right there, the dinosaur tracks? Oh, they do look like tracks. Now I see them. Do you see them? See? Let me see. There's one there, one there, one there. They look kind of small. I like the idea of the other one better. It was huge. But those do look like tracks, right? Like something walking in the mud. And this is where the arrow is pointing. So these tracks are actually called casts, or positive reliefs. They were made by a sauropod, which is a dinosaur. And the dinosaur made the impressions in the mud or the sand, and they were later filled in with a harder material. And then over millions of years, everything lithified, which basically means just turned into rock, which later eroded away, leaving what we can see here today. So these tracks were all made by one dinosaur, and it's called a trackway. I expected them to be much bigger, like giant, like the other one I saw. That was just a hole in a rock. 1940. But look at these. Look at that. Snake. Rattlesnake. A lot of snakes. Wow. Look at that. That looks like a big footprint in a rock. There's a lot of cool looking stuff out here. Okay, where's my coffee cup? I lost my coffee cup. I can't go anywhere until I find my coffee cup. Okay. Oops. There's a lot of cool stuff, cool looking stuff out here. But I lost my coffee cup. Set it down to get the shot. Now I can't find my coffee. I can't go anywhere without my coffee. Where's my coffee? Here, coffee. What the hell? What are you doing under there? What are you doing? I'm a little worried about rattlesnakes. Be careful. I still can't find my coffee cup. I set it down to get this shot. And it just disappeared. It's gone. What the heck? I mean, it should be like right here. Remember how stuff kept disappearing on me on the Pacific Crest Trail? And it felt just odd. Especially that one place that I lost like 3 different things. Are spirits still in my things? What the heck? It's completely gone. There it is. Spirits didn't steal my coffee. I know that's silly. But for a minute, you believe it. Way back here. So they're snakes, but why are they all pointing in the same direction is my question. They're all pointing east. According to the limited information I could find about this site, it seems that the Fremont people were carving these mysterious petroglyphs, and they depict horned, broad-shouldered, triangular men, carvings of snakes. One of the snakes is 8 feet long. And all the rock art faces east. Look at that. What the heck is that? So is that a person celebrating? Wow, this is cool. Is that a person? And wow, that is so cool. And these are animals, of course. And and there's a person. See, these are the really weird ones. If you watch Ancient Aliens, Melissa, I know you do. Look at, there's an animal. But these look like aliens coming out of the sky. Doesn't this represent sky? Look at this. Feet. Something with 3 things coming out of its head. Like a monster. That looks like a monster. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. And why is all the rock art painted on the east side of the rocks? And it appears that this rock art ranges from 3,000-year-old panels all the way up to the etchings by Mormon pioneers. Mike was a butthead in 1964. Nobody cares, Mike. Look at this. Cave. Let's look for rattlesnakes before we go in. I want to see if there's any art in here. I don't see any snakes. Okay. Wow. Look at this, though. No art. It's modern graffiti. Wow, look at this, though. What a cool place to sleep. And I bet they did. Who lived here? Tell me. Look at that. That looks like an arrow. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, look. Arrow. Okay, look for the critters before I sit down. Arrow. To a hole in the where the sun is coming through from the east. So this is a whole cave. It looks like it goes, does it go around to the other one? But look at, this is definitely a cave. This place is cool. I could spend all day here. So it's good to know. Make note of these places. Come back to. And it's just Utah. It's just western Utah. Could definitely be part of my boondocking repertoire. My boondocking thing. You know, I'll add it to my list of places to boondock and to explore. There's a lot more to see in this area, including something called the Rochester Panel, which is a giant rock of petroglyphs that I didn't get to see on this trip. So come out here, hike around, poke around. There's a lot to see. All right, but right now it's time to mosey. I've got 2,000 miles and 7 states to cover before I get back to New York. It's going to be a quick trip, but the next time I find something really cool to show you, I will be sure to let you know. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. Even if you think you're subscribed, do me a favor and double check, because people get unsubscribed all the time. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and share it and tell everyone you know. And be sure to check out Patreon and my Etsy store in the video description below. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Any guesses what state I'll see you from next time? What state do you think I'll show you next? Leave your comments below.